Yes. Okay. Yes. Namaste. Nice to see you all, and nice to connect with all of you. Today, we are going to contemplate on few things, especially about the mind and heart, because these are the words almost everyone is using every day. These two words, the mind and heart. What is it? What is mind? Right. We need to understand this rightly. Mind, the deepest understanding, is nothing but a collection of thoughts. And what else that we mean mind? How it is functioning, how it is working. We need to understand this very clearly. Mind has got 5 different types of functionings. What are they? The right thinking, the right knowledge, and the wrong knowledge. And then sleep, because mind goes to the sleeping mode. And the power of imagination, and then the collection of memories. All these 5 components, what we call put together mind. The right knowledge, the wrong knowledge, the sleep, imaginations, and collection of memories. All right. How do they work? What is right knowledge and wrong knowledge? The right knowledge is the right perception, right way of understanding. And the wrong knowledge is getting a wrong way of understanding, wrong way of getting the knowledge in a wrong way. Many times it's happening in our day-to-day usage of our mind. Few things when we see, when we use our 5 senses, we correctly understand the right perception. But sometimes we don't understand rightly, we understand wrongly. That's all right. And then it goes to sleep mode. When the mind is working for a few hours in a day, it cannot withstand more than few hours. Say, for example, 12 hours, 16 hours, or even more. Afterwards, the mind gets tired. Naturally, it goes to the sleeping mode. And of course, while sleeping, there are dreams popping up. We all know about it. And many a time, the mind is capable of creating beautiful imaginations. Here also, few imaginations. What kind of imagination? Sometimes positive imagination, sometimes negative imaginations are going on in the mind. Mind has the capacity of imagination. All right. And then we have, that is, the mind has full of memories, right? Full of memories. It has the capacity of storing thousands and thousands of memories, the names and the incidents and the events, etc. The power of memory of the mind, fine. That's the reason exactly why we cannot say either mind is an enemy or a friend. It is the neutral, actually. The mind is neutral. It's up to us whether to handle this mind the rightly, the friendly way, or in an inimical way. It all in our hands. That we have to understand very clearly. It's neither a friend nor an enemy, right? It all depends on how we are handling the mind. This is very, very important aspect, you know. And what are the other aspect of the mind, right? In a broader spectrum, in the very deep way of understanding mind, it is a mind. Because of the mind, the idea of birth, the idea of death comes and goes like a shadow. Okay, the creation of mind, birth is a creation and death is also a creation out of mind. This we have to understand very deeply. If we really want to transcend the cycle of birth and death, naturally we have to go deep and go beyond mind. Right, right. How normally the functioning of the mind, normal functioning in a day-to-day basis is, mind is normally has the nature of diversity, having a diversion. Just watch it, we will know. Look at the mind, how it is acting, how it is functioning, right? When we are supposed to focus on a certain subject or certain thing, the mind keep on producing other parallel thoughts, almost 360 degrees. This we call diversion of the mind. Because of this diversion of mind, we lose the concentration. As a result of the loss of the concentration, we are draining our energy. We become tired. We become exhausted mentally. This is a secret behind the tiredness, mental tiredness. Okay. So, what to do with this kind of things? We need to have certain effort to stop the diversity of the mind, diversion of the mind, distractions of the mind. As a result, one can achieve from the diversity to the unity. Unity. In a way, we can call it concentration. From diversity to unity. Single-mindedness, single-focused. This is where we have to work on with the mind, right? What else? By just changing from the diversity to unity of the mind, what we can achieve, what will happen? We can achieve one thing which is a great achievement called conquering the senses. We can conquer the senses, 5 senses. Because many of us are troubled by the 5 senses, because the 5 senses are distracting all the directions. If you really want to have the control of the 5 senses, we need to convert the mind from the diversity to unity or the concentration. Naturally, the control of the senses will happen. The controlling of the senses is really a real conquering. That is a real winning, actually. That's a real winning. All other winnings in our life, all other victories that are all happening in our life is just victories with some disappointments carried, inbuilt carriage of disappointment. Whatever the victory, it's a momentary. All the victories are momentaries, temporary basis. After some time of the victories, a kind of disappointment is also popping up behind the victory, the so-called worldly victories. But there is one victory which never carries any disappointment at all, is the winning of the mind, winning of the diversity and gaining the unity nature of the mind, right? That is really, really the winning area. That is really, really a victory, true victory. In this victory, one can transcend the cycle of birth and death also. Therefore, there is no possibility of disappointment in this victory. This is one and the only highest victory one can ever achieve, that we must remember today when we are contemplating on this beautiful topic called mind and heart. Okay. So, what are the other advantages if you are able to stop the diversity or the distraction of the mind into unity or the concentration? You know, another beautiful benefit we get, those who are really controlling the mind, those who are really conquering it, we really enjoy what is really peace in our life. Peace, right? Without transforming this diversity into unity, the peace that we are talking is not going to be real peace. It's only a lip service peace, you know. It may be just absence of noise, but it will not be a true peace. True peace happens only when the diversity of the mind is transformed into unity of the mind or the concentration of the mind. Okay, this is the way. And what are the other ways that one can control the mind or conquering the mind? Because conquering the mind is the greatest achievement in one's own life. Okay, that we have to remember. There is another way, just contemplating about our heart. What is heart? Are we mentioning about the physical heart? No. We are mentioning about the spiritual heart. Probably you can call it anahata, the heart chakra, in the middle of the chest, right? This is another way of conquering the mind, because conquering the mind means you are conquering all the negativities and all the sadness and sufferings and sorrows. That we have to remember. And living in a peaceful atmosphere, ambience of peacefulness. So, what is this heart and what is this anahata? We need to contemplate on this also very deeply in order to win over the mind, the automation of the mind, right? We have to remember that we are not condemning the mind. We are really neither condemning nor appreciating the mind. We are simply handling the mind the right way. It should be treated, it should be handled. That's a point. Okay. So, the anahata, the heart chakra, we need to understand what is it. When this heart chakra is blocked, what happens? When the heart chakra anahata is blocked, and why this anahata chakra is blocked? What is the reason for the blocking of the heart chakra, anahata chakra? Also, we have to contemplate upon. The main reason for the locking of the anahata chakra, the heart chakra, is because of the too much seeking recognition, too much seeking appreciation from others, from our surroundings, seeking too much attention from everything, attention from everybody. This is the main cause. This is one of the major causes. There are other causes also, but this is a major cause. The major cause is expecting approval from others, approval. Always the mind is expecting for approval, certificates from others. Almost throughout the day and night, it's working in this way. Asking appreciations, approvals, and approvals. Is it necessary? Expecting approvals, appreciations, certificates. Is it necessary? It's not necessary. Okay. There is no need to expect any appreciations from anybody. The very heart chakra, the very nature of the heart chakra itself is fulfilling, very blissful and peaceful. There is no need to have any consolation from anybody. This we must understand. Why we are keep on expecting appreciations, recognitions, and attentions, right? Approvals from others is because the heart chakra is blocked. It is locked. That's the main reason. So, how to open this lock? How to get rid of this blockage of the heart chakra, anahata chakra is the one and the only way, the powerful way is expressing selfless love, selfless love. Another thing we have to contemplate today when you are discussing about anahata or the heart, the spiritual heart, we need to understand another aspect called the love. The word love we are using almost every day. One of the important words, important aspects we always use everyday life. What is this love? Are we really understanding the true love? Or in the name of selfish love, we call it is really love? What we love really is unconditional love. But normally, most of the people, in the name of love, what they do, how they behave is they just behave in a selfish manner or love with some attachments. What kind of attachments, right? If somebody is doing a good thing to me, then I will say that they love me, he loves me, she loves me because I'm getting some benefits from somebody. Is it true love? After getting some gift from somebody or some good words, some appreciation, or some kind of reactions from others, is it right to call that our love is really true? It is not true love, it is a kind of business, give and take business. What is then true love? True love is one that is not expecting anything at all, anything underlying, anything at all. True love means always giving. That which is giving always never expects anything in return. This is what true love is all about. This we have to understand very deeply. Almost more than 70% of this world love, the so-called love, is almost give and take, business-like, with expectations, with full of appreciations and approvals and all kind of attachments with the love. Love has no attachments, right? It always gives, that's all. Because the overflowing, it's a overflowing energy, right? Love is nothing but overflowing energy from the spiritual heart, anahata. When a person is having such a overflowing love, what he or she will do, what we can expect from such a situation of overflowing love, right? The one and the only thing that we can expect from such a person, over loving, overflowing love energy, is nothing but only giving, right? This is what actually blessing, right? When someone is really blessing, there are two kinds of blessing. One kind of blessing is just a namesake blessing. Another kind of blessing is because the heart is so much full of love and overflowing, naturally the blessing happens, right? This is a natural way of blessing. No other way. When a person of overflowing love cannot content with that, it is a kind of heaviness. Even the overflowing love itself is a heaviness. One is bound to share it. Doesn't matter with whom we are sharing. We are simply sharing. Sometimes no human beings are not available in front of such a person. Such a person is just sharing the love with animals, with plants, with nature. Doesn't matter what is in front, or even that is not available, just sharing with the stars or with the skies, whatever. Right? The real love, the overflowing anahata opening, as a result of the anahata opening, the full of love, this is the symptom, this is a sign, one can see it, right? And doesn't even remembering, right, that they are giving, that they are sharing. Like a river flow, the river is not analyzing about which are the villages and which are the towns I am supplying water. It is not taking any account of it. It is simply flowing. Same way, the unconditional love, right? So, when the unconditional love is happening, naturally the respect comes as a byproduct. Many times we see people are asking for respect. There is no need of asking for respect separately, because respect is something which is coming as a byproduct of the pure love, a radiation of love, overflowing love. With such a person, the others are naturally tend to respect such a person. This is how the true respect happens. Not a borrowed respect, not a forceful respect. It's a byproduct of overflowing love, of the opening of the heart chakra, anahata, that we have to remember, right? So love, true love is always giving, never ever expecting anything in return. That we have to understand very deeply. So what are the other aspects when the heart chakra is opened up? What are the signs and symptoms of such a person? Such a person, the selfishness will be broken. Before the opening of the heart chakra, the anahata chakra, before the automatic flow of the love flow, the energy love, the person is bound to be a selfish person. Selfish person means always bothering about the individual, always bothering about the family. That person's circle will be very small circle. They always think about their own self and the own family, own relatives, only very small circle of people. That means the heart is not flowered up sufficiently. You can easily look into the people. The people who are all selfish around themselves, around the family only, not bothered about anyone else or anything else in the world, means their heart chakra is not fully opened. Still some portion of the heart chakra is closed. They need to work on very sincerely to open up the heart, because what I'm trying to say is, the love of a person, when it is really opened up, it's almost unlimited, without any boundaries. That we have to remember, right? The so-called love that we are talking in the worldly life is based on likes and dislikes, right? When you like something, we say, I love you. When you don't like somebody, we say, I hate you. I don't love you anymore. This is something business like, very low graded love, right? That we have to remember often and often, true love is nothing but just a flow of energy, And there is another way of understanding true love, unconditional love, right? Overflowing love. That love is capable of loving not only one family, loving many, many families, not only few friends, loving many, many friends, not only many, many friends, loving the whole nation and loving the whole world and beyond. Such a power, the love that the Anahata Chakra is carrying within ourselves, you know. It is, it is available with each and every one. It does not mean that somebody is having the Anahata, the others are not having Anahata heart chakra. Everyone is born with that, you know. That's a boon, right? That's a gift with which we are all born. We were all born, right? So what we have to do is we have to understand the importance of this love. The so-called problems that we say in the world is really nothing but a lack of love, lack of this unconditional love, lack of the opening, the partial opening, because of the partial opening, not the full opening of Anahata Chakra. You have to understand very deeply. Okay. So when you see the unconditional love from the other dimension of understanding, the true love is nothing but God. If you allow me to give another name for God, I can give another name as love. Love is God, God is love, synonymous. The pity today is many, many people are seeking God. Many people really want to experience God. How to experience God? To experience God, one has to experience unconditional love. In order to experience unconditional love, one has to work on the chakra, the powerful chakra, the heart chakra, Anahata chakra. Is the most important thing, right? And many times it happens in our day-to-day life. Some people are coming and hurting us, right? Some people are coming and abusing words with us, with the words and deeds and actions, you know. What to do with them, right? There is no need to analyze about their words. There is no need to analyze about their actions. What we can do is just to understand the heart chakra, understand the Anahata chakra. The Anahata is meant for forgiveness. You know, not only forgiving others, also loving, showing the compassion, right? Being in compassion, right? This is the only way to handle some hard situation where people throw words, where people use negativity, all kind of critical situations. So either way, when you look into this chakra, heart chakra, Anahata chakra, this is opening for many issues of the world, not only the hurting area, also other situations. The one and the only way to open up and experience love. Experiencing love is nothing but experiencing God. Once we are capable of experiencing love and experiencing God, we are almost arrived. Almost the purpose of life is almost over. The remaining thing is only just execution. Execution, nothing else. You know, executing, just implementing and just living life, you know, doing certain karma yoga, good yoga, you know, to serve the people. With the love, the background should be love, you know. There is no point in just performing karma yoga without love. It is not called karma yoga. It is just karma. It's not at yoga. When the karma really wants to become karma yoga, the one and the only need, requirement is love, unconditional love. With unconditional love, whatever the person does, it becomes yoga, karma yoga, right? That's the ultimate purpose of life in this body. Okay. Anyway, we have contemplated today certain few beautiful aspects of the mind, how the mind is working, and the heart, how to move from the mind to the heart, and how to live in heart forever and ever, 24 into 7, day and night, and how to have a lovely, very beautiful life, blissful life, peaceful life, graceful life. We contemplated today with available time. And anyway, on 30th of this month, this is the last Sunday of this month, we have an initiation Diksha, Anahata Chakra Diksha, which is going to last more than 1.5 hours or so. And I'm inviting all of you to join there to experience whatever we discussed now. When you experience only, right? Without experience, whatever we talk about mind and heart and whatever, it will become just knowledge, part of our knowledge. The knowledge has to be encashed as experience. Then only there will be a meaning for any kind of knowledge or wisdom. So I'm inviting all of you to join over there. Let us meet over there and let's have the Diksha, Anahata Chakra Diksha, heart initiation on 30th, the last Sunday of this month. And let's enrich our life. Thank you. Namaste. Om Shanti.